Hi boys and girls, welcome back to History Lane. Here we meet some of our history's heroes through using our creative hands. Today we meet Yehuda, Judah, one of the 12 Shvatim, the 12 tribes. The line of Jewish royalty stemmed from him, making him the ancestor of David HaMelech, King David, from whom Mashiach the Messiah will descend. As a symbol of kingship, today we'll be making a crown, but not just any crown, one out of fruit. Here are the supplies and ingredients we will need: a ruler, a knife, about 28-inch skewers, a cutting board, a kiwi, a permanent marker, scissors, a thick slice of honeydew melon, approximately 30 grapes, 2 bananas, and approximately 40 to 50 blueberries. Let's begin. Use a permanent marker and a ruler to measure and mark 2 skewers to a length of 6.5 inches and 2 to a length of 6 inches. Leave 2 skewers as they are and measure and cut the rest to a length of 5 inches. Yehuda was born on the 15th of the Hebrew month of Sivan and lived from 2196 to 2315 or 1565 to 1446 BCE on the secular calendar. Do the math, that's a whopping 119 years. He was the 4th of the 12 tribes and a very notable one. He had 5 sons, 2 of whom died without children. His son Zerach, one of the twins born from Tamar, was the ancestor of David HaMelech, for whom Mashiach will descend, as we mentioned. Cut the skewers on the marks where you measured. You should be left with 20 skewers of 4 different lengths. Even though Yehuda had an active role in selling his brother Joseph as a slave to Mitzrayim, he made up for his actions by leading his brothers in an attempt to find and free Yosef upon their descent to Mitzrayim years later during the famine. He also proved his loyalty by fighting for Benjamin's protection. Next, carefully cut a 2-inch slice of melon. A large, sharp knife may be necessary, so make sure an adult is supervising you. Once you've got your slice, scoop out the seeds from the middle. Yosef, as the ruler of Egypt, had the upper hand over his brother Yehuda. Yehuda had to approach him to demand Benjamin's release. But when Mashiach comes, Yehuda will be greater. This is reflected in the fact that Mashiach will come from the tribe of Yehuda. Next, peel the kiwi and set it aside. Peel 2 bananas and slice them into half-inch rounds. Yosef represents Torah study, while Yehuda represents action. During Galus, the exile, Torah study is greater because it leads to action. But when Mashiach comes, the opposite will be true. Begin to build the fruit onto the 2 tallest skewers according to the pattern shown. Grape, blueberry, banana slice, blueberry, grape. Slide on the piece of banana so that its round part stands up. When Mashiach comes, we will see how great action is. Godliness will be so apparent that people's actions will teach them the Torah. For example, if someone tries to pick fruit from a fig tree on Shabbos, it will call out, "It's Shabbos today." Insert the skewers side by side into the melon. Build more fruit onto the 2 6.5-inch skewers, which are the next tallest ones. Arrange the fruit according to the same pattern as the first 2 skewers. Learning and action must come together. When we learn something new, the most important thing is to act on it. For example, if you learn a new halacha, a Jewish law in school about respecting your parents, find ways to follow this halacha when you interact with your parents. Insert the skewers you just made into the melon on either side of the existing skewers. Here's a question for you to consider. What is a new bit of Torah you learned that you can take action on? Insert the 6-inch skewers into the melon on either side of the skewers that are already there and build the same fruit pattern as the previous skewers. One more interesting fact connected to Yehuda: you may have heard the term Yehudim. Originally, it referred to people exclusively from the tribe of Yehuda, but later became the common term used for all Jewish people. Insert the remaining skewers, the shortest ones, around the rim of the melon until the circle of skewers is complete. Build the remaining skewers with fruit, following nearly the same pattern as we've done until now. Slide a grape onto each skewer, then a blueberry, then a slice of banana, and finally another blueberry. Since these skewers are shorter, there will be likely no more space for additional fruit. You may have noticed that our fruit creation is beginning to resemble a crown. To give our fruit crown a truly realistic look, we will attach a crown jewel called the kiwi jewel. Slice 1 long, flat piece of kiwi and insert it across the 2 tallest skewers. Slide 1 last blueberry onto each of the skewers on either side of the kiwi jewel and then 2 last blueberries on top of it. Lastly, insert a toothpick or short skewer piece into the top of the kiwi jewel and add 1 final grape. Admire your masterpiece and enjoy! If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope to see you back again next week.